Alrighty. Everyone in-house has decided on level 7 intensity, not actual level, made that up, but just the number 7 intensity, just for you guys at home. If my camera goes off at any point, or if my audio goes away, or there becomes some kind of a problem, please unmute and yell at me and let me know so that I can fix it immediately. And then for everybody, because I am on the mat and I stay here and I don't really get up because I'm being recorded and it's on Zoom. So please be responsible for your own body. Don't do anything that does not feel good to you, especially my friends online who I cannot see at all because you're a tiny little black screen. So don't do anything that does not feel good. Try to keep moving though. So if you feel like, you know, this exercise is not for me right now, please modify, do something different that you liked better from earlier in the class, and just kind of keep moving and listen to your body and be kind to yourself. Yes? Okay, let's start standing, feet in parallel, hip width apart, middle of your mat. Pulling up nice and tall, shoulders back. Crown of the head up to the ceiling. Start your workout if you have a watch. Arms open, fingertips are long by your sides. You want your middle fingers aligned with the middle of the thighs. You want the weight even. I'm not standing in the middle of the mat. Weight even between the insides and the outside of the foot. The weight even between the front and the back of your foot. And then we're lengthening, reaching the fingertips long, softening the ribs down, pull the hip bones up so that we're in a nice neutral position. Take an inhale. On your exhale, start to peel the head down. Leave a small space between your chin and your chest. Don't take it all the way down, it's too far. And then articulate through your upper back and your mid back. Once you get to the low back, bend your knees and now continue to hinge to the floor. Fingertips are reaching underneath you. I want those hands right in front of those toes. Shoulders pulled back away from those ears. The palms of the hands are in. The head and neck is down and relaxed. We're looking through the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the belly button to the spine. Shift your weight to the toes slowly as you roll up. Stay in that C curve until you draw your sits bones underneath you. Now straighten the legs and restack the spine, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back. Bend the knees. Hinge at the hips, fingertips to the floor, keeping that weight biased towards the toes. Inhale, unshrug those shoulders. Exhale, scoop those abs in, leaving your weight to the toes slightly as you scoop the pelvis under you. Now straighten the legs and stack the spine. Open that chest one more time. Inhale. Exhale, peel down. Bending those knees. Noticing which parts of your body feel less mobile, what's talking to you. Inhale. Exhale, hug your belly button to your spine. Draw your sits bone under you. Lengthen those legs. Restack the spine. Open the chest. And now step forward to the front of your mat. Take a little curtsy and sit right in the middle of that mat. Right in the middle. Good. So we should all be staggered here. Nice. Feet flat, knees bent. Hands underneath those knees. You're going to pull yourself upright onto those sits bones. And I want your feet close, far enough away from you so that you don't want the legs so close that you're tucked in a ball shape. You want the feet stepped away from you enough to where you can really get upright onto your butt bones. Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to think of the belly button drawing in and going through your spine behind you, like you have a little string attached to that belly button. It's pulling you back. Your shoulders stay put, and then we lengthen through the crown of the head, coming back upright. And you can use the hands to help you up if you're really feeling your back a lot. Don't do all of this with your back. Use your arms. Think of your abs. Think of lifting your rib cage off of your pelvis so you get those deep back extensors. Those deep, deep multifidus muscles are helping you up. Exhale, round. All about activating that core and lengthen through the spine. A little help with the arms if necessary. Lift off of those sits bones and exhale, round again. And inhale, lengthen. Take the arms away. We're going to add on. Shoulders back and down, palms in towards each other. Reach those fingertips long. Wrists are at shoulder height. We're going to exhale, round your spine. Don't move the arms yet or the back. And now we're going to start to roll back. And maybe we stop here. Maybe we stop here. Really up to you. You can go as far as you'd like, as long as we don't go past the low back. Exhale, come back up. And really just do what feels good to your body right now. Lift the arms, open the knees, open the arms, expanding that chest, and then scoop the arms and legs back in together. Exhale, roll back. Taking this as far as you'd like. It's up to you. Do what feels good to your spine on this rep. And you'll notice a couple reps in, you might get a little more range. Lift and open the knees. Open those knees, make some room for the hips. Open the arms, and then scoop into that C curve. So you might notice you're getting a little bit more range now, and that's great, but please still listen to your body. If your spine feels kind of sticky and it doesn't want to do that right now, don't go that far. Listen to your body. Make it small. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Open those knees. Open the arms. Exhale, scoop the arms and legs back in. And we're going to do one more of this sort of unofficial BASI roll-up that Rel loves to use. This little unofficial warm-up. And lengthen and lift, opening the knees, opening the arms. Scoop the arms and legs back in. And now we're going to roll down. This time, slide the feet with you. And don't flop. Go down with control. Take the feet in almost to where you can kind of touch the back of the calves with your fingertips. Good. And then lower the head and chest. Arms down by your sides. We're going to take an inhale in the supine position. Exhale, draw the belly button into your spine and try to use only your abs to get that low back imprinted on the mat. Relax the glutes, shake out the legs. Feel the muscle is loosey-goosey. And now relax. Let the pelvis rock back to neutral. Neutral being those hip bones and the pubic bone are on the same plane. Exhale, we imprint, drawing the belly button to the spine. And then we inhale, coming back to that neutral position. And again, exhale, imprint, pulling those abdominals in with that abdominal work. And relax, coming back to neutral. Good. And now from here, draw the belly button to your spine, but don't change the shape of the spine. Just draw those abs in. We're going to inhale. I want you to breathe into the rib cage. And then exhale. Let that air back out. You can even place your hands on your belly or on your ribs. Inhale. Try to send that air out to the sides. Your instinct is to breathe into your belly, right? It's called diaphragmatic breathing, but for now, for the next hour, I'd like you to use rib cage breathing or lateral breathing, where you keep the belly button connected to the spine. You do not breathe into the belly, and instead you breathe into your ribs. If you feel your ribs lifting excessively up into your hand, make sure that you're not also kicking on your back extensors. Try to breathe into the mat as well. And we're going to breathe like this so that we can keep our core engaged even during an inhale. Last thing we want is to inhale and then lose the abdominals in a critical position where we're trying to protect that back. Exhale, imprint the spine again. This time, use the legs to tuck the pelvis and peel the spine up into your pelvic curl. And then inhale, use that lateral breathing. Exhale, roll down. Ooh, I got a hamstring cramp. That was fast. If you also got a hamstring cramp, feel free to stretch that out really quick. Because if you don't, the hamstring gets mad at you later. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop the abs. Start with the abs and then go for the hamstrings. Push the heels down and tuck the pelvis and peel the spine up one vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down, nice and slow. Relax the glutes. Come back to neutral. There goes my other one. Inhale. Exhale, scoop those abs into your imprint. And then peel up, push the heels down. Tuck the pelvis. Lift the spine one vertebra at a time. Hold at the top of your range. Put the weight on the inside of those feet. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll down. Nice and slow. Take your time. And make sure that when you're in this pelvic curl, you want your feet close enough to you so that in that pelvic curl position, the knees are over the ankles. Make sure those feet aren't too far away. Exhale, scoop those abs in. Imprint and peel the spine up. Push the feet down. Send the knees forward. Over those feet. Send the knees forward, forward, forward. Close your suspenders at the top. Tighten those suspenders, like those hip bones and ribs are pulling towards each other. So we have a ton of hamstrings, a ton of abs. Exhale, roll down. Nice and slow. Relax the glutes and come back to neutral. If you're not feeling your hamstrings very much, that could be that you're pushing backwards against your neck rather than pulling forward onto those feet. So on this next one, if that's you, scoop those abs in and then think of your knees traveling forward over those feet so that you don't feel your body shift backwards at all. We only peel up and then tuck that pelvis, squeeze the glutes, hold the abs in, push the shoulders open, put the weight on the inside of the feet. So we're holding, those hamstrings are shaking. And now we exhale, bring the chest bone down and the ribs and the belly button and the low back. Release the glutes and come back to neutral. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, imprint the spine. Peel the spine up, pushing the feet down. Feel the weight of your body in your legs. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down, scoop the belly all the way down, articulating one vertebra at a time back to your pelvic curl or your neutral spine. Take those arms up to the ceiling. We're going to draw the abdominals in to your spine. Imprint the low back on the mat. Open the arms to the sides in a T position. If you're also on a raised mat table, you can hold the sides of the table, or you can do a goalpost position on the mat if you're hitting people. We're going to take one leg up to tabletop, knee over hip. Keep your pelvis in that imprinted position as you lift your second leg and squeeze those legs together. Inhale, we're going to go into spine twist supine towards me first. We're going to roll the pelvis onto the hip. Keep your opposite shoulder blade down on this side. Exhale, pull back with the abs to center. Inhale, twist away from me, rolling onto the opposite hip. Keeping your opposite shoulder blade down. Exhale, pull back through your imprint. Squeeze your legs together, and as you go to the side, I don't want you to initiate with the knees going. I want you to think of the outside leg squeezing in like it doesn't want to go. Feel the weight of your legs, and exhale, pull back to center. And feel the weight of the legs as you twist. And exhale, pull back to center. Keep your tabletop completely still. The shins are parallel to the floor the whole time. Keep that imprint. Inhale, twist. And exhale, pull back to center and up and over away from me. Exhale, draw back through that imprint. I like to think of the imprint sensation even during my twist. I'm still thinking of that scoop in the abdominals. It'll help you stay out of your low back. And inhale, twist. And exhale, pull back through center. Once more to each side. And exhale. Last one, away from me, wringing out that spine like you'd wring out a towel. and pull back in. Place one foot down and the other foot down. Relax back to your neutral pelvis. Interlace the fingers webbing to webbing, and I want you to look at your hands. Make sure you're really locked, webbing to webbing. Hands behind your occipital bone, right on the lower part of your head. Keep your thumbs connected to the rest of your fingers and stay away from that neck. Don't touch the neck, just the bottom of the head. You're going to draw those elbows slightly forward into your peripheral vision. Push the shoulder blades away from the spine. So you want to feel those armpits really flexed, almost like you're trying to pull those hands apart. We're going to inhale here. On your exhale, think of your ribs gliding towards your hip bones, and then your chest bone lifting towards your thighs. Keep your head rested in your hands in this chest lift position. And exhale, lower back down. Keeping that neutral pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, lift your chest to your thighs. Check your pelvis, make sure it's neutral. And exhale down. We want to avoid tucking the tailbone or tucking the pelvis towards you into this posterior tilt like so. This position is going to make it actually harder for you to get more height. If you anchor that sacral bone down, then when you lift the head and chest, you can really get that extra lift up to the ceiling. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. Let's help ourselves up a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Stay here. Take your hands to the back of your thighs. Give yourself a little boost. Use your biceps to lift you up into your full chest lift position. Double check that the pubic bone is down. So this is still a neutral pelvis. I'm not tucking or lifting with my glutes. My butt is relaxed. And then from here, you're going to keep this lift. Take your hands to your knees and stay. And then take your hands behind your head. Rest your head into your hands. And then lower the head and chest back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. Grabbing the backs of the legs. Keep the pelvis anchored as you lift yourself higher into that imprint with the low back. Imprinted not because we're tucking the pelvis, but imprinted because we're just lifted that deep into that spinal flexion. Now take the hands to the knees. Take the hands behind the head. Rest your head weight back and lower the head and chest back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Grab behind the legs. Pull yourself up a little deeper. Take those hands away and we're going to go fingertips to the knees. This time, fingertips to the ceiling. And now hands behind the head. And lower the head and chest. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Grab those legs. Pull yourself up as high as you can so you're on that low back still. And then hands to the knees. And hands to the ceiling. And now this time, reach those hands back behind you. Don't drop. Reach to that double leg stretch position. Hands behind the head. Lower the head and chest back down. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Keep the hands behind the head. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate away from me into chest lift with rotation and pause. Take your top arm and reach it to the outside of your knee. Point your nose at your hand and now lift towards your hand. Good. Try not to go too far to the side. Come up, literally just up to your hand. Now take the hand behind the head. Come back to center. I'll be nice. Lower the head and chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, stay. Exhale, rotate towards me. Take your top hand to the outside of your knee. Look at your hand, point your nose towards it. Lift directly up to your hand. Take your hand behind the head. Come back to center. Lower the head and chest. Okay, so that is the angle of your chest lift with rotation. Very important we don't lead with the head and the shoulders and the elbows. We're leading with that spinal rotation only. This time, no arms. We're just going to keep the hands behind the head. Exhale, lift the head and chest. And we're gonna do chest lift with rotation properly this time, so no coming down in between. Inhale, exhale, rotate away from me. Point your chest bone and your eyes just past your thigh. Inhale, center, stay lifted. Exhale, rotate other way. And inhale back to center. Try to keep your shoulder blades off of the mat. Inhale, center. And exhale, rotate. And come back to center. Grab those legs. Give yourself a little boost. Everyone's getting a little low. Get up in that nice big chest lift. Keep that. So now your low abs are helping too. Hands behind the head. Rotate away from me. Inhale, center. And exhale, rotate towards me. And inhale, center. One more each side. Last one. Back to center. Lift a little higher. Lower the head and chest back down. Circle those arms around by your sides. Okay. Belly button to spine. Take your right leg, or actually the leg furthest from me, into a tabletop, and then pull it slightly past your tabletop, knee slightly past your hip crease here. Make sure you're still in neutral pelvis and that you didn't roll to your lifted side. Inhale, lower that thigh bone down. Tap and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tap and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tap and lift. Make sure we're moving only the thigh bone. And lift. Last one. Lift the thigh and stay here. You're going to glide your bottom leg out straight and extend your top leg. Flex your foot. I'm doing something a little different today. We're going to go into leg circles from here. Cross your body, go around and back up. Across towards me, around and up. Inhale, circle, and exhale, circle. I want stability at the pelvis, so no rocking side to side. No rolling around with those hips. Inhale. And exhale, other way. Inhale around. And exhale. Keep your foot all the way flexed. The thigh bone has to come all the way up above your hip every time, even if your knee is bent. Don't let the pelvis move. And exhale. And 2. And last 1. And pause. Point your foot. Bend your knee. Set the foot down. Pick up your other leg. Slightly past your hip crease. Inhale. Glide the leg down. Tap and exhale, lift. Inhale, glide. Tap and exhale, lift. Keeping the pelvis neutral. Keeping the knee joint at a 90-degree bend. Last one. Lower. Exhale, lift. Glide your bottom leg out straight. Extend your top leg. Dorsiflex that foot. Stabilize the abs. We're going to cross the midline away from me and up, away from me and up. Inhale and exhale. Nice big inhale and nice long exhale. And this doesn't have to be very big. Only make it as big as you can contain the pelvis. Other way. Inhale around, up the midline, around and up. Arms nice and long by your sides. Inhale. And 2. And 1. And pause. Point that foot. Bend your knee. You're going to set the foot down and then lift your right leg back up. Into your leg change as we go. Exhale, switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. 4. 3. 2. Last ones. Good. Come back to your tabletop. Hold that tabletop. Lift the arms up. Palms back. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to exhale. Lift the arms. Lift the head and chest. Straighten the legs to an angle you can maintain. Exhale. Pulse those arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Make sure you're in a nice high chest lift with the low back down. So the shoulder blades are up. Nice straight legs. Exhale. Those pulses are tiny, below shoulder height. If you need to take the legs up higher, you can. If you need to bend the knees, you can. If you need to put the feet down, you can. If you want the legs out lower for a challenge, you can. It's up to you. Pause. Pull the legs back to tabletop. Lift the arms. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. Glide the legs out straight. One at a time. Take a nice big inhale. And splay those ribs. Indulge in a nice big rib splay. And exhale. Pull those ribs back down. Turn the palms of the hands towards each other. Squeeze those legs together, belly button to spine. Inhale into your roll up. Lift the arms just above the shoulders. We're going to slow down the first one. Lift the head and chest. And now lower the arms down parallel to the ground. That's all one inhale. Now we exhale. Peel the rest of the spine up and shift forward. We pause here, arms parallel to the ground. The spine is in a nice round shape, and you want to think of lifting the belly button to the spine and creating the shape with your back extensors. So if you're not using your back extensors enough, this is going to be too small of a C curve and too slumped. If you're using them too much, then you're going to be too flat in the upper back and there won't be a C curve. So try to find that perfect shape. Inhale here. Exhale, roll down. And we're rolling by tucking the pelvis, tucking the pelvis, tucking the pelvis. Get that low back down. Lift the arms, lower the head and chest, reach the arms back. And we go again. Inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. Exhale, peel up. Keep your C curve, eyes on the knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. If you have a hard time rolling up without using momentum, then I want you instead, go ahead and lift the head and chest, to bend your knees and then roll up. And that way you will feel the exercise the same as if you didn't have to bend the knees, but make sure you don't jump up off the mat. Exhale, roll down. You can also do this if you're feeling kind of icky in your lumbar spine today and you want to soften a little bit as you make that transition. That's perfectly fine. Listen to your body. Inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. Exhale, peel up, and it's okay to soften those knees a bit and then straighten them as soon as you don't need them anymore. Exhale, roll down. But that option is way better than using momentum because this way you will get stronger and you will not always have to bend those knees. Into the chest lift. Exhale, peel up. Inhale. And exhale, roll down. All the way back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, keep those arms parallel to the ground. Keep your neck in line with that C curve and stay. We're going to articulate the spine all the way upright. Flex those feet. Separate your feet just outside of your shoulder width apart. If you need to bend your knees to get upright on your sits bones, then please do that. We want to prioritize the flat back over the straight knees. But if you can straighten the knees, then go ahead and do that. We're going to inhale. Exhale, going into spine stretch, taking your head forward slightly, and then your upper back forward, and then your mid back, and your low back. And for some of us at a full hamstring stretch, this is where your journey ends. For those of you who have more range, go ahead and hinge forward at the hip joint, and inhale, pause. And then exhale, we return back to neutral pelvis, if you shifted, and then we restack the low back, the mid back, the upper back, and the head. It helps to imagine being up against a wall, or for those of you over Zoom at home, if you're near a wall, you can literally sit up against that wall and use it as a tactile cue. And you're gonna peel away from the wall. So we don't wanna go backwards. We want to only go forward and articulating one piece at a time, one vertebra at a time, and hinging. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up. And restack that spine up that wall. Inhale. Exhale, we roll down. Your gaze goes down between the knees And then it starts to go more between the thighs the more you curve forward. Hinging forward, keep the hands off the ground, not so much to where you're in your neck though. You don't want to be in these upper traps. You want to draw those shoulders down. And exhale, roll up. So you should not feel so much of the neck here. You should feel more so the deltoid. This part of the arm is working to hold you up, not your neck. That's how you know you're in the right muscle group. It's a much more welcome burn than in the upper traps, if I do say so myself. Hinge forward. Hands go just between those thighs and feet. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Restacking that spine. Lift up and bring the legs together. Point your feet, bend your knees, grab your ankles, pull the legs close to you. Stay balanced on those sits bones. And we're going to go into roll like a ball. I want you to not lean back with your head or your torso, but I want you to tuck your pelvis deeper and deeper and deeper underneath you until you roll and you change the shape enough to shift your body backwards. Tuck the pelvis. Exhale up. Roll only to the shoulder blades. Keep your head off of the mat. And we want to avoid kicking to the ceiling. Kicking is when you're not keeping your heels to your sits bones, nice and close, but when you're letting the feet kick towards the ceiling at the top of that range. Shoulders back. Inhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, round. Pause. Take the hands to the knees. You're going to roll yourself back. Down. Not yet. Take those knees slightly past the hip crease. Slightly past the hip crease. Lift up tall. Drop your tailbone. We're going to go into double leg stretch. Send your legs out straight and your hands together behind you. Scoop those arms and legs in. Nice and powerful on the way out. Inhale. And like you're pulling through molasses on the way in. Reach, pull back in. And in this position, push your legs into your hands. It actually lifts your chest up higher so we can get out of the neck. Inhale. Pull back in. One more. Inhale. Both hands to the back leg. Leg towards me goes straight. You want your inside hand on the knee, outside hand on the hand. Exhale, single leg stretch. Keep the thigh not very far past your 90-degree angle. It's only about 10 degrees or so. Use your arms to pull your chest to your leg, not your leg to your chest. This is not what we want. This is going to help you stay up in that nice high chest lift. Take the legs in. Lower the head and chest. Rest the head for a moment. Turn the head side to side. And then when you're ready, we're coming back up to your double leg stretch position. Give you a little rest break. Come back up. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers together. Rotate away from me. Send the leg towards me out straight. Good. And now rotate across to the other side. Notice this elbow is nowhere near this knee. Elbow stays open. We exhale, rotate. And it's literally the same as your chest lift with rotation position. So if I were to pause here and just put the feet down, it's literally the same position, the exact same position. Exhale, rotate, and exhale, rotate, and lift, rotate. Send your straight leg up towards the same height as your bent leg foot, and rotate, and rotate. Once more away from me. Come back to center, lower the head and chest. Extend the arms around by your sides, hold your tabletop. Lift your legs up to the ceiling. And we're going to go into corkscrew. Inhale, twist the spine away from me. And exhale, down and up the other side, back to center. Inhale, towards me. Exhale, down and up. and back to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down and up and center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down and up and center. Make sure those legs stay together. Inhale, twist. Exhale, around, up, in. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, around, up, in. Last one. Back to center. Bend the knees. Hug those legs to your chest. Give your low back a little breather, a little stretch. Rocking side to side. And then from here, we're going to sit upright onto those sits bones. We're going to go up. Sending the legs out straight. Flex and separate the feet. Take the arms out to the side, palms forward. We're going to go into saw. I want you to rotate. We'll go towards me first where you can see me. Rotate towards me. From here, make a mountain shape with your arms and reach to the outside of your foot with your inside arm. This other hand goes back. Both palms of the hands are pointed towards the midline. Look at your knee, not to the side. Lengthen and lift through a flat back to an L shape, a T shape, and then back to center. Inhale, rotate. Make a mountain shape with those arms and hinge it forward. Try to keep the back on the flatter side. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Back to an L shape, a T shape, and then back to center. Inhale, rotate, and hinge forward. Lengthen and lift, up, open and center, and rotate. Keep those legs still, don't let them shift. Inhale, lengthen and lift, up, open and center. Inhale, rotate towards me, and hinge. Lengthen and lift, up, open and center. Again, rotate and hinge, eyes down, lengthen and lift up, look forward, open and center. One more time. Inhale, exhale, hinge, lengthen and lift, open and center. Last one, away from me. Make your mountain shape, reach that back hand down, more palm in, lengthen and lift up, open and center. Bring the legs together. You're going to point the feet, round your arms forward, and we're going to go into a roll down. And reach the arms up and back. And again, inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. Exhale, round that spine and hinge forward. Good. Feeling the difference? Exhale in your body. And again, if your back is kind of sensitive, feel free to soften those knees. Exhale, peel it up. Last one, we roll down. Bend your knees, pull the feet in, lower the head and chest, arms flat by your sides. Take an inhale. Exhale, go into shoulder bridge, prep. We're going to scoop those abs in. Imprint the spine. Heel it up. And then hold in your pelvic curl. Tighten the suspenders. Think of the ribs and the hip bones drawing towards each other. The knees in. We're going to take the leg furthest from me up into your single leg lift position. Inhale, lower the thigh, tap and lift. Lower, tap and lift. Inhale, down. Last one. Hold. Extend your leg to the ceiling. Shoulder bridge. Exhale, down, flex, up. And 4. Last one. 5. Hold. Point your foot. Bend your knee. Place the foot down. Stay up. Take your second leg up. Into single leg lift position. We go into shoulder bridge, prep, tap, and lift. We're keeping the pelvis nice and still. We're keeping the scoop and the lift of the glutes. Last one. 5. Extend that leg to the ceiling. Exhale, down, flex, up. And 3. Pause. Point. Bend the knee. Place the foot down. And then articulate down through the spine. All the way down. Rock the pelvis back to neutral. Open the arms to the side. Tilt your knees to the right. Pulling back in with those abs. Tilt your knees to the left. And pulling back to center with those abs. And again, feet together, legs together. Exhale, pull back to center, and inhale, twist. And draw in. Circle the arms down by your sets. Take one leg to tabletop, your second leg to tabletop. If you don't feel comfortable going inverted today, then you can go back to pelvic curls. That's fine. We're going to send the legs out to a 60-degree angle. We're going to inhale, take the legs up to 90 degrees. From here, do not look sideways at me. It's going to be dangerous to look to the side in this position. So you're going to, if you want to watch me on this first one, you can, but try not to look once we're lifted. So we're going to exhale, roll up. So the pelvis is over the shoulders, legs parallel to the ground. And I want you to think of lifting your butt up to the ceiling, not slouching in a C curve here. Nice and lifted. We flex the feet, separate the feet, lower the feet without changing the spine, and then we roll down, holding that hamstring stretch. We point the feet lower and reconnect them. And you can join me on this one if you'd like. Inhale, exhale up and over. And then don't look to the side. Keep your eyes on your thighs. Flex, separate, lower the feet, and roll down. Nice and controlled. Point, lower, and reconnect. Again, inhale. Exhale. Butt to the ceiling. Flex, separate, lower the feet, and peel back down. Nice and slow. Point, lower, and connect. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. And we flex, separate, lower, and peel back down. Nice and slow. Keep the shoulders open. Point, lower, and connect. Bend your knees. Set the feet down one at a time. You're going to send the leg out closest to me and then roll to your side facing me. Send those legs out straight. The palm of your hand is up to the ceiling. Your legs are in a nice straight line with the rest of your body. Unless you have a hard time getting out of your low back, then you may take the legs forward slightly as a modification. Draw those abs in and away from the waist, or away from the mat. Your waist away from the mat. Draw the belly button into your spine. Place your top hand down. Lift your feet up. We're going to go into side lift. Make sure your hips are stacked. Exhale. Flex your abs and imprint that waist. And then lift the waist. Lower the feet. Exhale. I'm using this guy right here. I'm pulling in and then away. If you'd like, for a challenge, you could take your hand away. Inhale. And exhale. Flex. Inhale down. And you don't have to. You can keep that touch on the mat if you'd like. Keep those legs glued together. Make sure that you're scooping those abs. For some of us, it will feel like a C curve just to get to neutral. If you notice you're still in that low back, take the legs forward slightly. Please don't force yourself into the low back. And exhale. 2 more. And last one, squeeze. And lower. Take your bottom leg forward, parallel to the mat. We're going to lift your top leg, turn it in, soften the knee, lift your waist. Make sure your hips are stacked. We're going to go into the gluteal side lying series. We're going to lift the leg and lower. This should be small. Make sure that bottom leg is all the way forward, knee in front of that hip. Good. And lift. If you're able to do a big range of motion here, I would investigate further. See if the waist is lifted underneath you and the rib cage is supported in neutral, or if you're flat and just kind of hanging out here. I would also check to make sure your leg is not piked forward. Should be in line with the body. If it's turned out, it'll also go way higher. Turn it in. And pause here. We're going to take it forward and lift, down and back. Forward and lift, down, back. Forward, only as far forward as your hamstring will allow, or to 90 degrees at the hip, if you've got a large allowance in that hamstring. Forward, lift up, down and back, and forward, and lift up, down and back. Again, we go forward, up, down, back. Last one, forward, up, down, and back. And now we go forward with a drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3. Lift your waist. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4. Make sure those knees are lined up in front of you. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last ones. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that leg back. Switch your feet. So now your bottom leg is out, extended. Grab your top foot and push yourself forward and into a glute stretch. Lift your bottom leg up straight, push it backwards, scoop the abs in, and now go into adductor. Lift. You're going to pull that leg up and lower it down. And if you can't reach your foot, don't worry about it. Just keep your hand in front of you. Exhale, lift. Make sure those hips are stacked. Make sure the waist is lifted and supported. That makes a huge difference. Exhale, squeeze the inner thigh and lower. Squeeze the inner thigh and lower. Reach it longer. Lift, hold, and we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze a little higher and lower that leg down. Send your top leg out straight. We're going to lift and spin those legs around to the other side. Getting a foot cramp in my arch. Heads towards the middle of the room now, facing me. Bottom hand has the palm up. Rest your head on your arm. Scoop those abs in. Take the top hand down. Scoop the belly button. Lift the legs. And into side lift. And lower. You want to take this top hip up to the rib. It comes up and it goes away. I like to think of the tide washing in and then the tide pulling back out. I think the water goes in and the water goes out. Don't forget about the out, otherwise you get stuck there and then the legs start doing all the work. And exhale. Exhale, pull those abs in. And inhale, lower. And exhale. Last two. Last one. Good. And now take your bottom leg forward. Knee all the way in front of the hip. Your shin parallel with the mat. Take your top hip and reach it away from you. Internally rotate this top leg. Floppy foot, nice and relaxed. Slight bend of this top knee. Exhale, we lift. And we lower right into side leg lift. And 3. And 4. And again, we're really trying to finesse and make sure this hip is stacked directly on top of your bottom hip. Lifting your rib cage away from the mat. So you want to be as if you're standing upright in neutral spine. That rib cage stays up. And you might have skin touching the mat. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, the bones are lifted. And last one. From here, take your leg forward and lift, down and back. Take it forward and lift, down and back. Easy to remember the name of the exercise on this one. It's just forward and lift. Exactly what you're doing. Forward and lift, down and back. And check in with your ribs. Make sure they're not squishing the mat. Up, down, back, and forward. Up, down, back. Let's do 2 more. Keep your neck nice and relaxed. Make sure that you're not holding tension here. Let your legs do the work. And we go forward and drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you don't roll backwards on the hip or roll forwards. Make sure you're still stacked. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3. One more time, exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Take that leg back. Switch your legs. Grab your top ankle. Place it down in front of you. Lift your abs. Push this top hip forward in line with your body. So now the hips are stacked, the abs are in, the bottom leg is lifted. If you can reach the ankle, then great. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Hold those abs. Exhale, up. And down. Push this leg way back. Draw those abs way in. Exhale, up. And down. Keeping that leg in neutral. Try not to point your knee to the ceiling. Reach it nice and long. It should be difficult to lift. 2. Last one. Hold. And we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze a little higher. Lower that leg down. Send your top leg out straight. We're going to roll onto our stomachs. Take those forearms by your sides, belly button to spine. Set that pubic bone down, shoulders back, abs are in, legs are together. Your nose is hovering just above the mat. And now from here, without changing the abdominals that you just set, take your arms away and to your sides. Palms into your body. We're going to roll the shoulder blades forward to the mat. And now pull the shoulder blades back. Almost pinching those shoulder blades. And now draw them forward again. And then pull them back, pinching that spine. And again, forward. And pull the shoulder blades back. And last time, forward. Pull the shoulder blades back, and now stay here. Lift the crown of the head. Lift your chest. Keep your ribs touching the mat. And lower back down. Keeping those shoulder blades back. This is called back extension. We lengthen. And we lift. Use that inhale to help you. Exhale down. Again, inhale. Reach. Open the chest. And exhale down. Down and down. Keeping the belly button into the spine as you lift. You really want to make sure that you are not going into your belly button here. You're pulling the abs away and then down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Shoulders back and exhale, lower. And last one. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Send your arms around in front of you overhead. Separate those legs hip width apart. Scoop those abs in. And now we're going to take the arms and legs away from the mat. Boom. And we swim. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. If you are having a really hard time staying out of your low back today, you can put the hands down and then push the pubic bone down, and that really helps you get into the hamstrings and into those abdominals. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the arms and legs. Take your forearms to your sides, palms underneath the shoulders down into the mat. Push your elbows up, off, push into your elbows, to lift your hips off of the mat. Sit back on your heels. We're going to take a nice big inhale. Let your forehead rest on the mat so that neck relaxes. Another inhale. Nice long exhale. Again, big inhale. We're going to come up onto the hands and knees. Alrighty, we're going to end with a bang. Last 4 minutes. Push those hands into the floor. We're gonna make sure we're not sinking in your shoulder blades. Push away. Take one foot back, toes towards you, full calf stretch. Scoop those abs in, bias towards a posterior tilt. Take your second leg back, hold. We're gonna glide the right knee in and the left knee in. Make sure that you're touching the mat, keeping in a strong front support position. 2, 1, hold your front support position, point your right foot, leg pull front, we lift. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place that foot down, point your left foot, and lift. 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place that foot down, bend the knees. Take a seat, swing those legs around in front of you. Send those legs out straight, pulling up tall. You're gonna grab your ankles one at a time. If you have slippery leggings, you can pull your legging up a little bit like that so that your ankle is exposed. Nope. Joe thought we were skipping open leg rocker. We never skip open leg rock. Okay, I've skipped it a couple times. We're gonna hold. We're gonna extend those legs. Pulling up tall. If you can't straighten the legs, that's okay. Pull the shoulders back. We're gonna inhale around the spine, just like roll like a ball, but more controlled. We go back to the shoulder blades. We come up to the sits bones. And we roll back. And we exhale up. And tall. And back. And exhale up. Tall. Inhale around. And exhale up. Oops. Back. And exhale up. See, sometimes you don't make it back up. That's okay. One more time. Inhale around the back. Exhale up. Pause here. Take your legs together. Extend your arms. Teaser 1. Roll down. Leave your legs at that height. Reach back. Inhale. Take the arms forward and come up. Exhale. Roll down. You can do this with bent knees if you need to. Inhale up and lift, or just do whatever you can. Exhale down and reach back. Inhale up and hold. Teaser 2. We lower the legs. We lift the legs. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Bend your knees. Hug your legs to your chest. Big ball stretch. Good. Place the feet down. Grab the thighs, pull up. Exhale, round your spine. And lengthen through that back, pulling up. Tall through the spine. Use your hands to help you, that's okay. Exhale, round the spine. And inhale, lift. Exhale, round, all the way back. Good, and lengthen and lift. Take the arms away. We round the spine. We hinge back as far as you like. Exhale, coming up. Lengthen and lift. Open the knees and draw in and take it back. Really flow with that body. Lift, open, and scoop those legs one more time. We come back. And exhale up. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Open the arms and scoop that body in. And now from here, we're going to take the feet closer. Turn the feet together. Reach the arms up and the knees open, and then hinge forward. Hands to the floor. Opening up those hips. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. And a nice long exhale. Another big inhale. And exhale. Let your inhale flatten your back a little bit. Inhale. Allow it to lift your body, and exhale. Roll yourself up. Cross your ankles. Come up onto your hands. Tuck those feet. You're going to push back. to big ol' stretch. Walk your feet to your hands. Bend your knees. Belly button to spine, fingertips towards the floor and palms in. We roll up, unshrug those shoulders. Straighten the legs, open the chest, stack the spine, take an inhale. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head, upper back, mid back. Bend your knees and hinge, keeping your weight biased forward towards those toes. Soften those knees, bend those knees. Exhale, roll up with the abs. Drop the tailbone. Straighten those legs. Stack the spine. Open the chest. One more. Exhale, roll down. Bend your knees. Fingertips to the floor. Relax your head and neck. Nod your head, yes. Gently shake your head, no. Exhale, roll up. Restack the spine. Open the chest. Now, if you face forward, we're going to take the hands up to the ceiling. And you're going to stack one hand just underneath the other hand and push it up to the ceiling, and then lean away from the top hand side. Big stretch to the side. Try not to shift the hips too far. And come back up. Circle those arms down, swing them back up. Other hand, we hold the bottom and we push up and we go over into a side bend. I've just got one hand kind of pushing palm flat. Feeling that side bend, stretch and lift up. Open those arms. Take those hands by your sides. Grow taller through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders, belly button to spine. And you guys are done. Thank you.